Good morning. Good morning. Yes, it's morning time, and you know what that means. Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead. Excuse the brightness that it is because it's a bright morning, meaning Labor Day sales, and everybody gonna go crazy on deals or whatnot. But it's time to discuss about Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead. I just finished episode 7 this morning, and there are so many emotions in this episode. So many. Now, last week we have covered a lot of references. There's a Zombieland Saga reference that we had with like four zombie characters from Zombieland Saga in last week's episode. I'm not sure if you guys have caught that reference, but they were there. There was 4 of them. One was underneath the car. One was walking in the forest when Akira was like, you have 2 choices, and the 2 zombies that were pulling the truck. So that was 4 zombie characters in that one. But last week was a little bit traumatized for Akira. Akira's going through this PTSD after everything he worked for the chief for 3 years. And it's really stressful. It was really like, is the chief's words to Akira was like a negative vibe, he couldn't let go. But this episode had a lot of emotions. Happy, sad, and a lot of like, I want to fucking punch this guy. And that's what this was. That's what this episode was, guys. Now, this is covering the whole thing of Volume 3, leading towards Volume 4. So if you guys keeping score right now, you just now covered Volume 3. If you keep the score, you just now covered everything about Volume 3 of the Zom 100 franchise. But now we're in this episode where it's like, the theme about this is the past. And sometimes the past may affect the present. But you can change what you want to do. And that's what this episode was all about. Past trauma, all that in one episode. And that's what we got. So without further ado, let's get right to it, the review of the Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead. If I have my poster right here, which I do. So yeah, let's get right to it. Okay. Shizuka's backstory. Let me sum this up in ways more than one. You're talking about a character's backstory. This right here is a legit sad backstory. It's like so many. It's so sad. I really want to shoot the father for this one. Like, you know how like there's some bad dads in anime, like Shao Tucker. Most commonly, bad father of all time is Shao Tucker. Or Lelouch's father from Code Geass. Like, there are some bad fathers. This one takes the cake. I mean, like, Shizuka's backstory, we got it. Like, here's her story. Here's the story. We're gonna sum this up. Her father was like a rule with an iron fist. Top of the notch financer. Like, rule the world with an iron fist. That's how he was. And then when Shizuka was a little girl, she found a dog in a box. And she just wanted to take care of the dog. The father's like, oh, no. Get rid of that trash. It's sick. Fuck that shit. That's like, it's so wrong in so many ways. It's not his word, but it's like my words. Just summing it up like that. That's how fucked up that was. Really fucked up. And I'm like, oh my God, I hate this. I legit fucking hate this guy. I really do. So she's gonna keep it in the attic and then, take care of it, make sure it stays healthy. And she did a good job with it to a point that she wants to become a doctor. She really wanted to become a doctor. That was her goal. After helping her, it's like when you do one thing accomplished as in life, it's like you do one thing good that you want to achieve that dream. And because she saved the dog, she wants to help others. She wants to become a doctor. But then sadness struck where he's like, no, you're not becoming a doctor, not even a lawyer. They don't cost a lot of money. They don't make a lot of money. Really? Doctors and lawyers make a lot of money. I don't know if he knows the budget. I don't know how much wages that are, but doctors and lawyers do make a lot of fucking money. And it gets sadder to a point where he got rid of everything in the attic, including the dog. He killed a fucking dog. Matter of fact, I won't even say dog. He killed a little puppy. That's fucked up. That is so fucked up that he killed a puppy. And then we see the years of Shizuka being all this need stuff from the dad. He's like, you don't need to go out with a boy because all he does is gonna reproduce. So no boy for you. Oh, you going out with your girls? No, they're gonna, because they're gonna leave you hanging. He always need this, need that, need this, need that. It's so much that is affecting her. Affecting her years. It's like, I need you to shut the fuck up. You talk about need this, need that. I need you to shut the fuck up. And that was the big theme in Shizuka's past. The need. N-E-E-D. Need. That's what the whole thing was. And again, her past is so fucked up. I can't even now I know why Shizuka's always not serious, but you gotta understand why she's, need this, need that kind of vibe. It's because of her father being a total ass. And that's what that was. Now, Akira's, I don't blame Akira for why he's, the things he's doing. I mean, first of all, the chief is a total dick. He's trying to be all top-notch Negan. First of all, Negan is better than him. And I love Negan. Anyway, the chief tried to throw a party for everyone. That, well, we all know that's a fucking lie. He did a party for himself. This party was for himself and his rest of his crew, and not even the citizens who's working their ass off day in and day out. And then he shoved the girl, and he shoved an old woman for pouring the beer. Well, he wants a young lady to do it, and she asked Shizuka. And the dirty words that come out of his fucking mouth when she drank the beer. She's like, oh, you swallowed that beer whole. There's something I want you to swallow. And I'm like, yo, I really want to punch him for saying that shit. I legit want to punch the shit out of him. And he wants to fondle her tits. Yo, I really, really, really want to I really want to punch this chief. I really want to punch the chief, the chief for it. Sorry, I'm just going to agitate. Just seeing him being so controlling, so demanding for the shit that he don't even do. This lazy, fat ass, Negan look-alike piece of shit. Trying to prove that he's better than everyone because he's a big man with a bat. That's some bullshit. Now, Akira is still going with, I'm sorry. He's still living in his past. And it's been working for 2 days straight with this chief. He's been working day in and day out and all that stuff. Now this chief, he's just manipulating Akira so hard to a point where he's just like, stay here. I could make you a lieutenant. I can make you do this. We could rule the world. We could rule this area with all this. Chief, here's the thing. The chief is just using Akira as a mechanism, like a machine. That's the whole thing was. He's using it as a machine. That's the period of all this. That was the thing. And listen. You can't hate the chief for being an antagonist like this. I know people don't like the chief. I don't like him. But you gotta admit that he's a good antagonist for traumatizing Akira. I understand that I know people are saying, oh, you dumb for saying that? I get it. But he's a good antagonist in this scenario that's affecting Akira. There's no question about it. He's a good antagonist. Think about this. He's manipulating, he's controlling people with his words. And controlling Akira. That's that. And you see him for 2 days. Akira is like he brain swapped him. He's like, I'm staying here. We got food. I'm staying with the chief because I owe him this and that. But leave it to Shizuka's words of affection, words of encouragement to tell everybody that this piece of shit does not do nothing. To sum up Shizuka's words, you're not a zombie. You're not a machine. You are Akira. You could do what you want. You do what you want. Don't let no one tell you what to do. You do what you want. That's why you came here. I mean, that's why you live your life. Live your life to the fullest. That's how it is. And then when the chief took the book, I really wanted to hit him because it's like he took Akira's book that he yearned for since day one when he made that bucket list. Dude, if a person took my bucket list, I would have punched him in the face. But Akira he finally, with Shizuka's words, Akira finally opened up and he finally awakened himself once he finally been awakened. He's like, I'm sorry, I gotta go. He's like, he told him to fuck off. I don't need this anymore. Now, the zombie outbreak. Okay, now the zombies are coming, and they try to save as much as they can. And they see the chief running. Now I know this is where the big question comes in. Akira, why did you save the chief after everything he treated you over 2 days? Why the fuck would you save the chief? Now I get that. Now here's the thing. You guys cannot admit this. Akira has a big heart. Can we all agree that Akira has a big heart? No question about it. I mean, he has a big heart. I mean, I get it. Adding the chief on his list is not on his bucket list, but he has a big heart saving him. And by doing so, he was a really good leader, telling all the food truck delivery people to have all the trucks form in one circle to have the zombies all trapped up and burn them. Now you got the chief. Now after saving the chief is all being like, "Hey, I did this and that." But now everybody knows what a piece of shit he was. Everybody knows that he's a piece of shit. And because of that, everybody, the citizens, the team, the baseball team, everybody left his sorry ass. They left his sorry ass, and I'm happy for that. Now, you see, this is why you gotta love Shizuka. This is why you gotta love her. You cannot ever, you can't hate Shizuka. This is why Shizuka's best girl. This is why she's best girl of the summer. And please, God, if you put her for best girl of the year, ever gonna pick her. I'm telling you now. Please pick her for best girl. This is why Shizuka needs to be the best. This is why she's best girl of the summer. She's the one will to bring up Akira up in this episode, and that's what she did. It's there. I loved it. Now, here's the thing. I got this feeling in my gut that the chief is alive. He's not dead. I think he's gonna be alive. It's one of those animes where you leave the antagonist hanging, but then sooner or later, the antagonist is gonna come back. And like I said, in the world of a zombie apocalypse, Akira's gonna have a lot of antagonist people along his way to finish his bucket list. There are gonna be a few. But with the chief, given the fact that he made a total ass out of him, I'm pretty sure he's gonna come back sooner or later. Like it or not. We'll see where this goes. Now, next week, well, actually, let me just go with this one. Overall, this episode was amazing. I mean, so much emotions in this. Happiness, the sadness, it's so many emotions. It's like you want to, you could be, it's like mad, sad, and happy all in one episode. And that's what this was. Now, next week, it's going to be Beatrix episode. But here's the thing. I don't think we're going to have that episode because I wrote down the calendars of what they said. And they said it's going to be a recap episode. So I don't think next week we're going to see Beatrix episode. That's the thing. I don't think we're going to see her yet because according to the ANN News, the Anime News Network, they said that it's going to be delayed. It's going to be a recap episode. So it's till next week is going to be a recap episode. And then after that, it's going to be September 17th and September 24th is going to be 2 episodes of finishing Zom 100. But here's the thing. Now, after watching these episodes and covering Volume 3, I'm pretty sure it's going to cover all the way towards this, the Volume 5 of Zom 100. And I think that's going to be right there. I think that's going to be all 12 episodes of Zom 100 covering 5 volumes of it. So that's that. But overall, this was a good episode to wake up in the morning on Labor Day to watch this episode because, again, so many freaking emotions. I mean, legit, guys, I'm pretty sure a thumbs up on my like if you want to punch Akira's chief because I really want to punch him. And I know people don't want him dead, but I want him dead. I want him dead. I really wanted him dead. Like that, he deserves his fat ass deserve it. Running like a piece of running like a piece of garbage. But I'm sorry. I just don't like that piece of trash. I really don't. But that's all for now. So stay tuned for about 2 weeks of waiting time because remember, recap episode. So let's see where this goes. So I look forward for Beatrix's debut episode of it, and I'm sure you will.